On behalf of the chairman of this rally, who was God, may I thank you in his name for all you have done to make this rally a success. Now, the rally is not going to mean much unless each and every one of you go out and do something to help our country. You've had a lot of inspirational talks, and I'm sure that Ezra Taft Benson left a wonderful message. Our speakers came from all over the United States, from Dallas, Texas to California, and even into Canada. They came at great sacrifice. They came without any fee. We are paying their expenses for being here. And will you have the courtesy, if you're not terribly pressed for time, we have several nationally known speakers who are going to follow. Our last speaker, we gave him the choice spot, is Dr. Gordon Higgins from Canada, and he's going to tell the Canadian medical story and to warn us what has happened in other places can happen here. And as they say, we have a number of exhibits in the Georgian room, and they're showing moving pictures. And if you can stay, we would be very grateful. Merrill Root is going to speak on what's happening in our schools and colleges. Congressman Rousseau is going to speak. And we've got a couple of more very fine speakers. And we'll do everything we possibly can to make you happy. We're very grateful. You've been here since 10 o'clock this morning, a great many of you. A lot have left because they couldn't stay all through it all. Of course, you all know that there's no organization behind this. This was just a citizens' participation. It started by one lowly policeman in Station 1 in the North End, Arthur Daly, who was terribly upset about what was going on in our country, and he really truly believed what J. Edgar Hoover says. You know, in the police department, they get a bulletin every month from J. Edgar Hoover, and he studied it, and he really truly believed, and being a police officer and going all around the city, he knows what is happening. And so he thought, well, if there was only some way that we could inform the people that he knew that the American people would do just exactly what they did at right after Pearl Harbor, that we would mobilize and try to save our country. He talked it over with his buddy, Fred Perkins, another police officer, and one night they came to my home and talked it over. And that's how it all began. 8 people gave $100 to start a budget. And then we wrote letters and asked public-spirited citizens if they would help us, and they did. Well, I'm going to have to write a lot of more letters. And then the only funds we have is what the people have donated and what we have had from the sale of tickets. This is the first time we've ever had anything like this, when we've had so many magnificent speakers. And they've all brought a wonderful message. I'm very grateful to the sponsors, the public-spirited citizens who've loaned their name and have helped us. And we've done it in the name of God and country. And I'm thankful and very pleased and happy to have been some service of this. Now, let my services not be in vain on all our committee, and won't you pick up the ball and carry it? Thank you.
For those of you who may not have recognized the lady or known exactly who she is, that was Mrs. Harold McKinney, Anna McKinney from Dedham, who has been the spark plug, the dynamo, the driving force that has made this whole affair possible, who has ridden herd on these various individuals that she's put her finger on over and over again the last few months to get things done. And we owe her a great debt. And we ought also to say thank you to her amazing family. She has 9 children, many of whom were active and are active at the moment in carrying on this affair today, without whom those of us who have had certain responsibilities could not have fulfilled those responsibilities. And so the McKinney family is really the one responsible after the police.